Moto.
Well, guys,
it's always tough in a third moto at Loretta's, but dude, you probably sat there for an hour in the rain, and then I saw you went down in Storyland. It had to be pretty nerve-wracking in these conditions.
Honestly, dude, I thought it was gonna be a lot drier. That was insane.
Yeah, was that maybe the worst mud race you've ever done?
By miles.
Did you go down back there real quick?
Yeah, first lap I went down in Storyland, hit a massive rut that didn't look that deep, and then basically it was underwater, and then tipped over.
You had to be thinking, oh, what if the bike doesn't start?
Nah, I wasn't stressing it.
All right, that's how you do it. How good does this feel to get this done?
It feels awesome. I can't thank my family enough. Everybody coming out to watch me. My Husqvarna, FMF, Monster Army, Alpine Stars, Answer, Bell Helmets, Arma, Pro Taper, Daniel, Maddie, everybody, thank you so much.
There it is, our champion, Vincent Way. Take it away, boys.
All right, thanks, Jason. And we are off and rolling here in the 450C. And boys, it looks like it is a good one out there.
Yeah, what action coming out swinging on the start. One rider going down. Look, two of our top three tipping over in one corner. There is Chase Haynes. That, I believe, is the guy on the move for a championship here. And we will see. He was about third or fourth. He made a couple of passes in the one corner. Haynes trying to make his way towards the front.
Wow, look at this.
So this is not an unfamiliar sight here this week in the C class, I should say, as we see some riders going down there on screen.
And oh, look at that. Look at the front end of Haynes. They're dipping down, and that's the type of stuff that can swallow a motorcycle right there. You got to be careful getting into that thick stuff. Your leader going down right there. They're trading it off back and forth. Feet coming off the pegs. Haynes, I'm trying to see, does he have his, no, that's a rag. I thought he might have had his goggles off already. Just getting on the back of that Cowie and hanging on for dear life. They make their way by the tower here for the first time. Your leader out front just wide open on a 125. So I believe that might be Ulrich.
And it looks like Stephen Copeland, I believe, on the number 97 in second.
So we will wait to see here. Going to pull up live timing and scoring here.
Oh, mine's.
So it was Dagan Strickland grabbing the whole shot. A Carolina boy, had good starts all week. And we're waiting for the updated timing and scoring to come through. I'll try to get you a look at exactly who's inside your top five. So it's Bo Reed leading the way, coming out of Mill Springs, North Carolina. And then Chase Haynes sitting in the second place spot. Stephen Copeland hitting third. Reed McCarthy in the fourth place spot. And Dondre Ruse holding out the top five.
All right, so on screen we see the number 79 and the number 97 coming through, heading to the Cometic corner and into the 10 Commandments. So Stu, the rain's starting to slow down a little bit, and now we see it starting to thicken up, and this will bring a whole new set of challenges.
Yeah, definitely. You can see they're trying to keep that front end. That was a good move, keeping that front end out of the water. But every once in a while, you want to hit a little bit of water if you can. Right now, you can still save the bike, you can save the radiators. The water's kind of your friend in some of these conditions. Sometimes at the GNCC's, like, man, I want to see a little bit of water. I know where the deep spots are. You can kind of tell what the deep spots are. It'll clean that bike off, clean out those radiators. You obviously don't want to go in the insides here in those deep water ruts. That's where that soup is. You might get stuck, but man, oh, one down. It's going to be this Storyland section, I think, is probably going to be one of the worst.
I think that's Copeland that was in third. Yeah, on the Yamaha, Haynes was just in front, and that is the 55, I believe we're looking at. Dondre Ruse, who was last shown in fifth. I believe he's picked up at least one spot since then. And you see just kind of trying to skate over some of the ruts. And that's an interesting point that you bring up there, Stu. Every once in a while, hitting that little bit of water, cleaning off the radiators could be beneficial to the length of the motorcycle life.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in the GNCC's, conditions like this, we're going to stop.
Was that our second place?
I think it was definitely a Cowie. We'll have to see. They should be coming right here behind us now. So
Haynes is still on the motorcycle. Haynes is just coming by the tower.
So it wasn't the second place guy, but Definitely treacherous conditions out here. And in the GNCCs, you're going to see every single lap we're blowing off radiators. So a little bit of water doesn't hurt. A little bit of water right now is going to keep that engine clean, keep it from getting packed up. Like I say, Moto 5 or 6, that's where it's going to change completely. These first ones are going to be slop as the mud gets heavier. I would say we're probably going to have to, at some point, see these dozers come back out. Some of these insides, as you saw back there in the sand, definitely getting deep. It's going to continue to get deeper and deeper to the point that it's either take the dozers on the track or we're going to have to spend a few minutes cleaning bikes out of these ruts after the races. So obviously with the time frame we've got today, shortening the races, it's honestly probably a good thing for these conditions. I know a lot of people were bummed, but I guarantee moms and dads right now are like, hey, that's one less top end we got to do.
Yeah, absolutely. It's tough on not only the riders, but the machines just doing everything they can to try to make through it. And there's all kinds of tricks of the trade. We've been talking about it since the races hit the track, whether it's for the grips, whether it's the grip of the seat, whether it's the vision, of course. And so bringing out all the stops here, look at that, both feet off the pegs. And these guys are just plugging through it. They don't really crack the throttle. They just throw the legs off and say, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, definitely. Trying to get slow before your corners, get slowed down in the straightaway, and be on that throttle, keeping that tire clean while you're getting through there is definitely going to be key on this day. And see a lot of guys rolling these commandments, man. That's going to, with what you see, those squiggly ruts, I call them, the guys going back and forth, it's going to make it tougher for the racers behind them to hit these marks. And even up into the Pro Sport Motos, these crazy lines that these guys right here are not going to be able to hold their bike straight like those guys. Now these top riders are going to have to ride amateur lines, which I ride at a facility a lot. There's some days we let the other guys out first, and man, it makes it tough. Like when you are one of the better riders and you get in their lines, like sometimes you ride with blinders. So I think all the way up into Pro Sport, we're going to see some different guys that are able to compete in these weird lines.
So, and as we said, this Storyland section back here, I feel like might be the closest to that thicker, sticky type mud. It seems like it's grabbing the bikes and bringing them to a halt. And yeah, that's such a great point. We saw that throughout the week, where as the dirt dries up, you're watching Dax Bennett get shot off to the left or right. We know he's more than capable of controlling the motorcycle, but these lines grab the wheels at the last second, square edge bumps at the top of lips, and you're basically just going for a ride.
Yeah, definitely. There's almost no control at that point. And man, one thing about these guys that are at Loretta's, they are absolutely on it. Like they've hyped up this event and they ride different here. They are riding so aggressive. Like obviously Dax Bennett can be a top 10 national rider, and we saw him get beat by guys who obviously weren't. But man, watching these guys here, I said it the other day, there's like 50 kids here that are all the same speed. Who's going to be the guy that can take it to nationals? And it is treacherous. Like these guys, it's fun to watch, man. It's fun racing this entire week. Just started coming here a couple of years ago. I wish I would have been doing it my whole life and at least coming to watch that racing. The intensity level here, it is do or die.
Absolutely, yeah. We've been talking about it. The passes have to be made out here. Nothing is given to you. Nothing comes easy. You have to force an issue.
Yeah, props to Baylor, too. He came in last year prepared, man. Knew the history, man. Had your stats, had the numbers. I was impressed last year. I was pumped, dude. I was like, this guy sits at home and watches. He follows a little bit, you know. And let me tell you something. You knew past champions, past results, so great job.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I watch you guys from the house. We eat, sleep, and breathe motorcycle racing. So when I'm sitting at home and Loretta Lynn's is going on, you can bet I'm watching. But watching from home is not. It doesn't do justice to the racing that is here. I mean, all the way to the back of the pack. Like these guys are cutthroat, and it goes back to they're all the best. They're all the best. From wherever they're from, they're used to winning. Yep. And man, a winner has a different mindset. A winner is going to line up every single time. Cutthroat. It's time to go. And even the guy in 42nd, guess what? He's the best at his track. He's the best where he's from.
Absolutely. No question. So it looks like Reed still out front. Haynes still in the number 2 ride on that 79 machine. And the 55 of Bruce looking to put it on the box here one more time in this 450C. 3 laps in.
Looking like the Cowie just trying to do everything he can to keep moving forward. For a lot of these riders, You see them going shooting off to the side, and rather than trying to keep it on track, they're like, hey, I'm going to just take a quick little U-ey off in the road and jump back on here, because you try to cut too soon, we see those front ends tuck. It's real easy for the wheel to lock up. You push yourself right back onto the ground.
And Zach, Haynes keeping Reed honest there, only 5 seconds separating him. So if any mistakes happen, Haynes will be right there to capitalize on it, as well as Ruse, only 8 seconds behind Haynes. So this one not that separated as we saw the mini senior too.
Yeah, it's been interesting to see. I've been keeping an eye on the lap time for Haynes. He's been picking away at it, and I'm trying to see whether or not this...
There, just checked in, so lap 4 still up there. Let's see what that gap is back to second place.
Taking a look, it was 5.6 seconds the last time we saw it. Haynes losing the second place spot. So now D'Andre Ruse jumps into the second place spot, only 8 seconds back from your leader. And Chase Haynes holds the third place spot, 3 seconds back from Ruse.
And there is your leader now on screen with that clean bike. That's the number 51 of Reed.
Oh, almost going down, holding on to it.
That was 3 close calls in one corner.
He crashed. He just never hit the ground.
He went from the outside line to the inside line, dog paddled, skipped, cross-rutted.
And I believe that red fender there just entering the 10 Commandments, I think that is D'Andre Ruse. Might be wrong, but he was coming quick here, running a 2:37 the last time around compared to Bo Reed's 2:42.
So 5 seconds faster with an 8-second deficit. He's in sight. And the Commandments, he's in sight.
Absolutely.
And man, that's when you start getting hungry, especially knowing these short races.
Dangle it in front of him like a steak in front of a dog, as he is coming quick, trying to catch up. He's within sight a couple of bike lengths even. And we talk about riders facing competition. How much of this is they're racing against the other racers? How much of this is just racing against the track itself?
Well, I would say for the leader right now, it's been racing against the track itself. But he's in a delicate position. He knows his lines. He's only hit his lines. You look at second place, he's been making passes. He's been riding with other guys, and you can learn where is the faster line. You see another guy in that line, you remember it that next lap. All right, I've got to be right here. I've got to find myself here. So it puts him in a position to where he could possibly capitalize on a win. And man, that's GNCC there. We're racing past four-wheelers, pulling bikes off the track.
Pulling bikes off the track. Glad to see the rider was back on the bike. It was standing up straight the last 2 laps. But the number 51 right now picking his way through, getting ready to come by the tower once again. Not, I wouldn't quite say up and over, but they're still catching a little bit of air over these tabletops.
And the white flag is out, so he'll be getting checkers this time around, I do believe.
So this is it. This is for the 3rd Moto win. And looking, the 51 had a 7th in Moto 1, but a bad Moto 2 with a 34th. So he is going to be stoked to respond like this, be able to get up on the podium and get a gold medal to go along with it. There we go. The number 51, Bo Reed, going to grab the win here in 450C Moto 3.
All right, we'll see if D'Andre Ruse will be able to hold on to it for 2nd and Haynes for 3rd. There's Haynes now coming across, and we will toss things down to Jason Wygant on the podium here in just a second.
Just want to make sure we get our 3rd place finisher across to wrap up that title. And we got it. Chase Haynes has locked it up here in this C division. Good? Yep. Let's bring you on up.
Welcome to the shit show, brother.
It's beautiful. All right, well, we got a gold medal. That is well done, because seriously, man, in these conditions, even if you're out front, you never know, but he holds on. Let's hear it from Bo Reed. Yeah, Bo. There you go. Somehow, some way, this is going to go straight. Bo, what was it like out there, dude?
That's the worst thing I've ever ridden.
Were you worried at all, or did you have any tough moments, or was it actually pretty smooth?
I didn't have anything to lose, so I might as well send it.
There you go. Who do you want to thank, Bo?
I'd like to thank TRP Racing, Kyle Travis, Creative Motorsports, Proline Suspension, K-Tech Suspension, Poocher Racing, Roost MX, and everybody else. Thank you so much.
Bo Reed, everybody. A gold medal at Loretta's. Bo, I need you to grab your bike. We're going to bring the championship machine on up. DeAndre Rue, I'm going to bring up for our number 2 position. So, DeAndre, come on up. I'll give you the silver.
Hey, come grab this.
Yeah, DeAndre. Couple podiums for this guy. Let's hear it for DeAndre Rue. Nice, bro. How was that?
It was pretty fun. It was pretty gnarly, though. I almost got stuck a couple times.
Yeah. It's down to you can get stuck out there. That's how bad it is.
Yeah.
Who do you want to thank, DeAndre?
Mom, Dad, Game Moto, FXR, ODI, Sunstar, Beast Moto Lab, and everyone else. Thank you.
Second place, DeAndre Rue. Let's get the championship bike on up. I need 79 to come on up. We're looking for the Chase Haynes bike. Bring the bike up. And our hole shot winner, let's bring up Dagan Strickland with our hole shot, and we'll talk to him as well. A bronze medal is going to unlock your AMA National Championship. Let's get the number 1 plate presentation. Let's bring the plate on up to the stage. Let's bring the plate on up. There's the bronze, and with that, he'll have enough points to collect the AMA National Championship, Chase Haynes. Great job, Chase. I'm going to be asking every champion this all day. What is it like to try to ice a title in these conditions, man? It had to be nerve-wracking.
Yeah, I was just hoping for a good start. Came out of the gate like 3rd, and just I used to race desert, so I'm okay in the mud, and just tried to get the title.
Yep. Did you have any close moments out there getting stuck or roosted or anything like that?
Just like on the start, dude. I pulled every tear off, but just tried to make my way through.
Did you go no goggles?
Yeah.
Oh, like the whole moto?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it takes. Who do you want to thank?
My mom, my dad, Team Green, Fly Racing, Maxima, everybody else, thank you.
Chase Haynes is your new national champion of 450C. I'm still looking for our hole shot winner. By the way, Chase, you're going to get a certificate from Oakley. These are sunglasses to a lucky lady in your life. And you get to pop the champagne. So while you grab the champagne, you can start peeling that foil back. Let's bring our hole shot rider on up, and I'll give him a gift card from Stasic. Come on over here. 1 sec on the champagne. Let's hear it for Dagan Strickland. How'd you pull that? Dagan, now I know. Dagan, how'd you pull that?
I did my normal start, and I just clicked my gears right and held it around the first corner.
Awesome. Who do you want to thank, Dagan?
I want to thank my mom, my dad, my brother, God for keeping me safe, south of the border, Dunlop.
Looking for the bike, right?
That's about it.
All right, Dagan Strickland, hold that up. Stasic hole shot. You can keep that, Dagan, that's yours. And now we get to spray the champagne